Federline, the former backup dancer and ex-husband of pop icon Britney Spears, has opened up about the current state of their communication, revealing a significant gap in direct contact between them. This disclosure comes amid his ongoing defense of a controversial memoir that has stirred up old tensions and new allegations about their shared past. Federline's comments shed light on the complexities of co-parenting in the public eye, especially after a high-profile marriage and divorce that captivated tabloid headlines for years. Federline and Spears were married from 2004 to 2007, a period marked by intense media scrutiny and personal challenges. Their union produced two sons, Sean Preston, now 20, and Jayden James, now 19, who have been at the center of their post-divorce dynamics. Federline, who gained primary custody of the boys in 2008 following Spears' well-publicized mental health struggles, has since focused on providing a stable environment for them. In 2023 he relocated to Hawaii with his current wife, Victoria Prince, and the sons, a move aimed at escaping the relentless spotlight of Los Angeles. This relocation has added geographical distance to an already strained family situation. In a recent interview, Federline stated that he hasn't spoken to Spears for a long time, specifying that it's been some years since their last communication. This admission highlights the evolution of their relationship from romantic partners to estranged co-parents, where interactions are minimal and often mediated through legal or familial channels. Regarding their son's relationship with their mother, Federline noted that both have seen Spears within the last year, though the visits are infrequent. Sean visited her last Christmas, a time traditionally associated with family reunions, while Jayden saw her 3 or 4 months ago. Federline described the communication between Spears and the boys as pretty open, but acknowledged that it's not what it should be, indicating room for improvement in rebuilding those bonds. He emphasized the fluidity of the situation, noting that it requires ongoing effort and work to mend. As the boys have reached adulthood, Federline expressed a desire for them to navigate their relationship with Spears independently, without living under the shadow of past conflicts. This perspective reflects a maturing approach to co-parenting, where the focus shifts from parental control to empowering the children to make their own choices. Federline's role as a DJ and his life in Hawaii suggest a quieter existence compared to his days in the entertainment whirlwind, allowing him space to reflect on these family matters. The interview coincides with the release of Federline's memoir, titled You Thought You Knew, which has become a flashpoint for controversy. In the book, Federline makes several startling allegations about Spears' behavior during their marriage and early parenting years. One particularly alarming claim is that Spears used to watch their son sleep while holding a knife in her hand, painting a picture of potential instability. He also alleges that she did cocaine while breastfeeding the boys, a serious accusation that touches on substance abuse and child welfare. Further, Federline claims Spears punched their eldest son in the face and even wished the children were dead at one point, descriptions that portray a tumultuous household environment. Federline goes on to express concerns about Spears' current trajectory, suggesting that her erratic behavior could lead to a tragic outcome if unchanged. He writes of a ticking clock approaching the 11th hour, fearing that their sons might be left to deal with the aftermath. These revelations are framed as Federline's attempt to set the record straight from his viewpoint, but they have inevitably reignited debates about privacy, accountability, and the ethics of sharing personal stories in memoirs. Spears, now 43, has vehemently denied these allegations, viewing the book as an opportunistic money grab exploiting her pain. In a social media response, she expressed feeling threatened and portrayed as the bad one, while others profit from her experiences. She emphasized the unconditional love she offered during their relationship, contrasting it with what she perceives as humiliation from Federline. Spears hinted at deeper issues, stating that people have no idea how serious and angry he became, implying layers of untold conflict that were way worse than anyone could imagine. Her response underscores the emotional toll of such public disclosures, especially for someone who has fought hard to reclaim her narrative after years under a conservatorship. The conservatorship, which controlled Spears' life and finances from 2008 to 2021, was a pivotal chapter in her story, sparking the #FreeBritney movement and highlighting issues of autonomy and mental health in the celebrity world. Federline's memoir arrives post-conservatorship, at a time when Spears is rebuilding her life, including releasing her own memoir, The Woman in Me, in 2023. That book detailed her side of their relationship, including feelings of betrayal and the pressures of fame. The dueling narratives illustrate how former partners can have vastly different recollections of shared events, influenced by personal biases and perspectives. Co-parenting after a divorce, especially in the public domain, presents unique challenges. Federline's move to Hawaii was partly motivated by a desire to give his sons a normal life away from paparazzi, but it has complicated visitation logistics. Spears, based in California, must navigate time differences and travel for any reunions. The boys' adulthood grants them agency, but emotional scars from their parents' high-profile split may linger. Federline's hope that they won't live in the shadow of all of this speaks to the long-term impact of parental conflicts on children. Federline's career has evolved since his dancing days. After appearing in films like You Got Served, he transitioned to music production and DJing, maintaining a lower profile. His marriage to Prince, with whom he has 2 more children, provides a stable family unit. Spears, meanwhile, continues her music legacy with hits like Toxic and Gimme More defining pop culture. Her post-conservatorship era includes new music ventures and personal explorations, though she has faced ongoing media scrutiny. The memoir's allegations raise questions about substance use and parenting. While Federline's claims are unverified, they touch on broader issues like postpartum challenges and the pressures on new mothers in the spotlight. Spears has spoken about her mental health battles, including bipolar disorder, adding nuance to the narrative. In defending his book, Federline positions it as truthful, but critics see it as exploitative. Spears fans have rallied in her defense, viewing the timing as opportunistic. This back and forth exemplifies the difficulties of moving on after a public divorce. Ultimately, Federline's revelations about communication, or lack thereof, with Spears highlight unresolved tensions. As their sons forge their paths, the hope is for healing. Federline's focus on building rather than dwelling suggests a path forward, though the memoir's impact may complicate that. For Spears, denying the claims reaffirms her resilience. This story reminds us of the human elements behind celebrity headlines: pain, growth, and the quest for peace.